Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we...
Hello, welcome, episode 40, Old English 40, baby, of the Two Guys, One Spread podcast. I mean, 40s are just awful. They're just so...
Dude, I was just at indoor golf, and they had just Old English 40s everywhere. I was like, it's an interesting sell here.
Here we go.
Place.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
Two Guys, One Spread podcast. Lots and lots of great stuff to talk about. I mean, we are on the brink of NFL playoffs, which is great. That's going to be obviously the main topic of our episode here. I mentioned to Tommy that I hurt my back, so I'm already going to be moving right now because it's bothering me. But
It's awesome.
Excited. Yeah, that lasted long. That lasted like 4 minutes. So yeah, we're ready to go. I got my Seahawks stuff on. We got a bye this week, which is great.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. What a season they've had.
Yeah, really has been. It's been a good season. It's interesting season for sure here. I never have seen an NFL season so wide open.
I agree with you. I just look at both. I mean, you look at the Panthers. Panthers are like the one team you're like, that's the one.
Panthers.
They already beat the Rams, but
Steelers too, right?
Steelers too. Yes, I see. I mean, we could talk about matchups a little bit, but you're right. Steelers and the Panthers are the two teams I could say, all right, they're out, but who do I put in? I mean, it's wide open. It's wide open.
I saw an awesome thing on the internet the other day. It was like the uprights, like a football upright.
Yeah.
And it said like in the middle, it was like Harbaugh gets fired. And on the right and the left, it was, it was like Tomlin gets fired. And then on the right and the left, it was like Harbaugh gets fired, right? And I was like, I mean, that very, very well could have been true, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, if it goes right down, could Tomlin have gone? I mean, Pittsburgh, that team. No, it's unreal. I'm heading into that game. I was tied for my season-long pick'em pool.
Okay.
And I originally had Pittsburgh plus 3.5, and then I started getting doubts, and I went Baltimore last second almost, but then I was talking with Nick about it, and I'm like, no, what am I doing, dude? It's a division game. 3.5 points is too much. I went back to Pittsburgh. I wound up winning my pickup, but they're lining up. So all game long, I'm kind of rooting for Pittsburgh.
Right.
They're lining up for the field goal, and I'm like, even if they make this, I'm still going to win, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to win because the other guy had Baltimore. And now I'm rooting against Pittsburgh. And right. I'm like, this guy's not going to make it. There's no way. No matter what I want Pittsburgh to do. I've rooted for Pittsburgh 12 times in my life. They're 0-12. I like, no matter what I want. They're just, I hate them, everything about them. And then they get in, and I'm just like, serious, this team is terrible.
Bad. I mean, I don't know what Baltimore. It's not Lamar, but it is Lamar. There's just something about him that he can't win these games.
I think that's an amazing way to put it. I was just having that conversation with a buddy. It's like, I mean, it's not Lamar. The guy's good. You watch him and you're like, he's good. But then you're like, I mean, but it is, though. Like,
I mean, Henry runs for over 100 yards in the first half. And then they shut down Henry and they put all the pressure on Lamar. And he made some big plays. Don't get me wrong. They were wide open. I mean,
I said this about Vic. I just don't think Lamar Jackson's ever going to win a Super Bowl.
Right. I
I
feel
just
like he's
don't.
slowing down. I mean, he's making these run plays, but
Correct.
he gets all right. I'm not saying he makes 5, 10 yards, 10, maybe 10, 15. When was the last time you just saw him just go like just make a play with
I've
his
never
feet?
seen
Where
him get
that's
tackled this much. This
yes,
as you know,
catch people catching him all the time,
correct. I mean,
and it,
he's still fast. He's still elusive.
you're right.
But I mean, I think he's lost a step, and I just don't have the faith. That I say this a bunch about certain guys. I don't have the faith that that guy can line up versus 2 or 3 really good teams, and that's usually what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Often 2 really good defenses, and do it 2 or 3 times in a row. I just
Right.
I
No, I
struggle.
agree. I agree that whatever it is about Lamar, he's a 2-time MVP. You can't take that away from him, but these big games, things happen to him. Um, I'm not shocked that Harbaugh was let go. There seems to be turmoil with those two, and they don't want to lose Lamar, so they're going to try to figure out another way.
And it seemed like
Um,
it sounded a little bit with the I read a little bit today about, I guess he like sits out one practice a week all the time, and he's not involved in any of the mini camps, and maybe Harbaugh is good with that. And also, I don't think Harbaugh wanted to get off the coordinators, and they were maybe pressuring him to do that, right? And that was kind of a little bit of the Pete Carroll thing, like,
right,
no, I'm not going to get rid of them. And then they're like, well, it's them or you. And, maybe he feels the same way about Lamar. Like, listen, this guy's really good, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to get
right.
him there. But
Yeah, they're. That's what I kept hearing a lot. I guess going into this game is that how many practices that he misses during the year, it
yeah,
adds up. Things like that add up. You're not practicing with your team. I mean, 2, 3 times a week. He's got like a scheduled day, and then he's always banged up, and he takes these days off, and it does add up. But yeah, Pittsburgh's an interesting team. I see them getting whooped this week, but
I was going to say, let's get into a game. Yeah, I mean, that point spread is only 3. I'm looking at it now. I guess it's in Pittsburgh. I just, I don't know. I've been saying it all year. I'll probably be wrong. I just can't see how they're going to score on Houston.
right. Now the other issue in this game, and maybe this is why the spread, Houston's offense is terrible. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Is it that bad?
Stroud is there. They throw the ball deep. They hit a couple long balls, and I feel that is their offense. And other than that, they have no running game to speak of. And
Stroud miss
uh,
any games this year? I don't think he did.
he did a couple of games with concussion.
But yeah. He did.
I believe it was 2 games, 2 or 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, I
But
mean, he missed most of November. Must have been 7th, 9th. He might have missed 3. Okay, I was just looking at his numbers.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
my
but,
opinion of.
but
That's why I think it could be close. I think Texas
but
defense is.
Pittsburgh's defense, are they scaring anybody?
I'm just saying. I think the Houston's offense is. I've said this all year. When people ask me who I want the Bills to play, obviously my answer would have been Pittsburgh, but I wasn't afraid to play Houston again. I know their defense is elite, but their offense is that bad. I think you just got to put up some points against them, which is hard. But I'm saying 20 points, I think you could win. Their offense is bad, and I think that's what is the point spread's coming from. I don't know how Pittsburgh scores, but I can see
They
Houston
do. I
struggling
mean, listen,
also.
they always find ways for sure. I don't know. Maybe you get a turnover or something, or a short field, and
Yeah,
I mean, Rogers still looks. I will give. I'll say this: he's looked a little bit better than, um, I want to give him credit for, but
that's very big.
but yeah, I mean, I guess it's 3. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's.
Someone's going to beat this game. I'm taking Houston, um, but I can maybe see why. I just think Houston's offense is bad. Steelers defense seems up and down, but it's decent enough, I think. I just don't know how they score on this team. We will see. The Houston's little weakness is you can run on them. I guess that's the best thing that Steelers do. So we'll see. I still like the Texans in that game. Might as well stick with the AFC. Let's go Patriots, Chargers.
Spread's 3.5. I mean, this is what we've all kind of wanted to see, right? New England playing some big boy games, I guess, right?
Right. Yep.
To finish, I mean, they finished Dolphins, Jets, Ravens, and then they had lost to the Bills before then. It's going to be interesting. I think you got some really good coaches here, right? Experienced, really good coaches. So I wouldn't expect any, typical Chargers type train wreck stuff that they used to get, right? Like the old Chargers. I don't know. I mean, I could see. I guess. I feel like Harbaugh is just a good coach, and he finds ways to win. Their offense.
I like the Chargers in this game. Now the Chargers playoffs in the recent history has not been good. I mean, they got lit up a little. They got big. They got up big against Houston and lost last year. That was Jaguars a couple years ago, and last year they got blown out by Houston. I still like the Chargers here. I think their defense is pretty good. I think their offense is good enough. They got enough talent out there. I maybe I just hate the Patriots, but and that schedule has been so easy. I'm not giving them enough credit, but I would at least take the points.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I know they've had a lot of injuries. I know the Chargers have had a bunch of offensive injuries, offensive line for sure. So if they can protect a little bit, I think they certainly have a legit chance. New England, I will say their running game has been looking a little bit better. Like Henderson's been really kind of earning.
He came on definitely towards the end of the season. And Stevenson has played pretty well. It's been a good 1-2 punch for both of them.
Sure. But yeah, certainly much more of a 50-50 game, in my opinion, than that Houston one. And then Bills, Jags. Initially, what's your thought on the matchup?
That was the team I didn't want to play. It's the one. I mean, if I was going to pick one team to skip out on, it'd be Jacksonville. I think they are playing the best out of any team in the AFC. Lawrence has played pretty decent. He runs the ball really well as a quarterback. Their defense is top against the run, so you're going to see, best against best. It was not the matchup I wanted. Now I'm shocked that the Bills are favored. This is one of those lines that I think is weird. A team that has an 8-game winning streak playing at home against a team that everybody's bashed all year. They don't have a great offense. Their defense gets big chunk plays against them, especially in the running game. And then you become favored when the Bills have never won a road playoff game with Allen, which is really shocking. I didn't know that stat until recently. So they're 0-8 on the road in the playoffs. So
I think too many people, and I'm included, I'm saying this is where that spread comes from. Too many people just look at Josh Allen versus Lawrence and they're like, come on, man. What do we do? Right. Listen, Lawrence's threw for 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns. I mean, he did have 12 picks. I'm kind of similar, though, right? If I'm lining these teams up, I mean, like what Josh Allen is, what he normally does on a normal week, let alone what I've seen him do in the playoffs often.
Yeah.
He's had a couple okay games, and that's usually when they end up losing, but in the playoffs. But he is, I mean, that guy's he's had some huge games.
You're right.
Um,
No, I agree. I agree. I think that's where the line comes from. I think you just see Josh Allen, and it's Lawrence, and you're like, all right, Lawrence has never done it. But if you go the team defense match them up, it's not that close. Offensively, I mean, we have zero outside weapons at all. But our running game's great. It's an interesting matchup. It's not the one I wanted. I think I'd rather have any of the other teams that are in the FC. This is the one I didn't want, but this is what you get.
well, I mean, the good news is maybe you're.
I feel like if you can get past this game,
Yeah, yeah.
I like
As a Bills
I mean,
fan, because I know a couple of people, and I've heard of some radios I've been listening to where they've been talking about Jacksonville may be the most complete team in the AFC. So I guess if you can get by it, then the rest of the way might be not easy, but
but
you know.
yeah, I
Uh,
mean Denver obviously with the bye, you got to go to Denver. That's a problem. But
unless you're Jacksonville, then you can just hang
I mean,
45 or whatever.
Jacksonville, was crazy up there. So that's the game. I guess at 6 in my head from watching Jacksonville going to Denver and just whooping them. So
But remember, two years ago, I think Cleveland did that to Denver. I
Yeah.
mean, I told you, I Denver's defense just frustrates me. I always hear about how good they are. I mean, I hear these numbers and I'm like, okay, like I know they got Nick Bonino. I got him in our dynasty,
it's
but
awesome.
like they said this year that they were like 6 sacks shy of like the NFL record, and I'm like, really? Every time I watch them, they just look like a good defense, not great. And then I see those. I mean, I again, I don't. I guess maybe maybe because it's Josh, or I mean it's Trevor Lawrence that did it, that I'm not that impressed, right? I mean, defenses have off games. Seattle gave up a ton of points versus Stafford, but I look at that as like that's Matthew Stafford. Like he's, in my opinion, he's the MVP this year.
Yeah,
He's a
I agree.
great quarterback. He reads defenses. For him to pick somebody apart's a little bit different than sitting here watching Trevor Lawrence just shred Denver.
Right.
So you think the Bills have the win?
Nah, I'm not ready to say that. And you know what the other thing that bothers me about this is that even when we were dominating teams in the 21, 22, 23, we run into the Jaguars and they were bad. And they gave us all sorts of problems. And
Yeah.
Lawrence played, I've never seen the guy play better.
Yeah.
So maybe that's also in my head.
There are certain teams that you're like, I don't know what it is. We can't.
I
see
mean, I remember going down there. We were one of the top teams, and Josh Allen just looked awful. And I remember we played them, a couple years ago, I think in England, and it was another thing. It was just awful. And it's it's just a team that I have not seen the Bills play well against. Not that we play them a lot, but when we do in the lab recently, it's not gone well. So I guess that's also in my head.
I can't see the Bills losing this game.
Really?
No, I just can't.
All right.
I need to see Lawrence put together a game where he's going to. I guess the one way I could see it is if Jacksonville can really effectively run the ball, and also maybe screen passes, extended run plays, and control it to keep Allen off the field a little bit.
I will say the Bills defense has played better in the last 6 weeks. It's been better. I mean, they shut out basically Philly. I don't count the Jets game as a game. In the second half of the Bengals game, I thought they played great. The Bills have not played a full game anywhere on offense,
I'll
defense.
tell you what, they could play one half as good as anybody.
But they have not played two halves. They play one half like the Jets, and then they play the other half like, the best offense you've ever seen.
Yeah, I think Yeah, we'll see. I guess Jacksonville has found some. My Jacoby Myers has been a nice add.
Yeah.
He's really, I think he's taken a little pressure off Brian Thomas Jr., who's been getting a bunch of more targets. They've really seemed to found that third guy in Parker Washington. I mean, he's been there for a while, but he just, I feel like this last month and a half, they've really kind of embraced him as a weapon. So we'll see. I guess I got some faith in the Bills' experience and the faith that McDermott could scheme something up to maybe slow down Lawrence. And I don't. I know the Jaguars' D is good. I just think Josh Allen's he's getting 24 to 27 points and maybe more. But I think that's probably the floor, and I think that might be enough to do it. So
All right. I listen. I'll take it. I'll take anything.
you'll
1 point, don't
you'll
matter.
you'll take it.
Let's go to
How
the
was
NFC.
how
Go ahead.
was
Go ahead.
how was the last game?
It was good. It was good. It was one of those games. I think it was all about the stadium. I mean, the Jets might be the worst team I've ever seen in my life. I mean, to be down 35 nothing to pure backups. I get it. They're not playing their starters either. But 35 nothing to just backups. It was embarrassing. The Jets are embarrassing.
I feel. I mean, call me a sucker. I think I took Jets plus 6.5. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, both of these teams are kind of playing for like, I don't know. I felt like sometimes when you're a bad team, you at least want to fight hard at
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
end,
get what you're
right?
saying. Right.
Can you
I mean,
believe the Jets did not have an interception all year?
it is unbelievable because it's just a fluke that it should happen. You figure end of half, Hail
Tip
Mary,
ball,
some
I
tip
mean, a tip
ball,
ball.
lineman tips it up and it's
That is
unbelievable. I mean, these guys were wide
crazy.
open in the game. It was funny. We were just watching them on offense and we'd laugh. I mean, it was laughable. Like the plays were so bad. I don't know. And I know they had their third string quarterback in and they don't want to win, but it still was bad. But it
Yeah,
was cool. It was a cool experience. Um, you know, I'm not a sentimental guy. I really am not, but I have been sitting in my same seat since like the 80s. So it's literally, every September to, December, January, I
yeah.
go same walk, same everything. So it was cool. It was a cool experience. I'm looking forward to the new stadium. I honestly, in my lifetime, I never thought this would ever happen. I just assumed we'd be like another franchise that just we're just too small of a city and we would never get a new stadium. I just never thought it would happen. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future in the stadium. But it was definitely I think the game meaning nothing just made the day a lot
Enjoyable.
easier and
Yeah,
enjoyable for the
yeah,
people just watching old highlights on the screen and this and that. So
yeah.
it was
I
cool.
think I think the in order for them to pull it off, right, the new stadium, I think obviously there's always probably pressure from NFL owners,
Right.
bigger revenue, bigger stadium, all of this. And I mean, what better time, right? I mean, if
Yeah.
if the
No,
Bills
this is the time.
if the Bills didn't have Josh Allen, right? Like right
Right.
now,
Absolutely.
if the Bills quarterback was maybe almost anybody else. I
Right.
guess maybe there's one or two, but like if you want to just grab your average, if it's CJ Stroud, I mean, the Bills are not this good. They have not been this good for the last 6, 7 years. And I think it's a much harder sell to be able to do so.
Absolutely. I mean, people forget, and I hate that this happened, but in 2000, 99, 2000, they were looking to sell. I mean, I know everybody loves Ralph Wilson. I'm not a Ralph Wilson guy. This guy wanted out of Buffalo, and he would have sold it to the highest bidder, no doubt. But he
Oh,
was always getting help. I know it's a hard take. No one wants to hear it, but it's
no one
facts.
wants to hear us just
No one wants to
bashing
hear it,
old
but it's
Ralph.
facts. And it was the lease was up, and everything was the Bills were bad again. And what happened and what saved the team, and I hate saying this because I hate this player, but Doug Flutie saved the
Yes, I
team.
knew it.
I hate this guy.
Come
I
on.
never liked Flutie. I was a Rob Johnson backer,
Oh, my.
and I'm not a Doug Flutie guy, but Flutie Mania went crazy, and I truly believe he might have saved and extended the lease at that time.
Oh,
So
Flutie
I
Flakes. Get yourself some
I
Flutie
know
Flakes.
Flutie Flakes and the madness of Flutie. I
Do,
hate
do
saying it, but
other
I believe it.
we're gonna have to investigate. Does any other city love their sports cereal as much as
I
Buffalo?
I don't know. We do love a quarterback
Quarterback cereal?
cereal. It
I'm
is
gonna have to I'm gonna have to investigate. I got some Josh Jags right up there, baby.
right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna have to look into that and find out if any other city just loves
cereal.
their quarterback cereal
Right.
as much as Buffalo.
I mean, you got like even Kansas City now moving, and I know it's not. I just looked it up while we were talking. They're about 35 miles away. That's still a good amount, and I know you're in a different state now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not tragic, but it could be way worse. I just never thought the Bills would be having a new stadium. You're right. It is Josh Allen who built the stadium, and it was Doug Flutie who saved the Bills. And I say it, and I hate it. It makes me vomit a little bit just
You'd
saying it.
rather have Skater
But
Rob Johnson.
I know that's true, and I know Ralph Wilson would have got rid of the team if they would have went another season or that season falls apart and they're just bad. But I truly believe that Doug Flutie saved the team, and it's hard
Right.
for me to say.
Yeah, I mean, you're a Rob Johnson guy.
I
Right?
was a Rob Johnson guy.
He'd
Rob
rather-
Johnson won the Music City Miracle game. It was not his fault, and it was a forward pass. So Rob Johnson's not to blame for that game. They should have moved on.
Wait, you think that was a forward pass?
Close.
It was close, but I don't think it was a forward pass.
Well, either way, Rob Johnson had that game won. It's not his fault. But that's a story for another time.
Another time. All right. So there's our breakdown there. For the record, I'm not going no point spread right now, but I am going Bills. I think I'm going Patriots and I'm going Texans.
All right, I'm going Texans, Jags, Chargers.
Oh man. Oof.
No point spread.
Yep, no point spread. All right, let's go NFC. Let's start with the first game, probably the least exciting, Rams
Right.
Panthers.
The old Saturday 4:30 game means no one is excited to watch your game.
That's right. I mean, one, it's got Carolina in it.
Right?
Two, I don't think anybody thinks Carolina is going to win.
Yeah, I guess the only interest is that they beat them at home.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess that what makes it interesting. That said, I just don't think anybody can see it happening again.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Young played great that game, and I
Yeah,
just
he
don't
did.
know how. I don't know how great he's going to play. Not that he's going to be awful, but he played really, really good. Listen, I as a Seahawks fan I will be pulling for Carolina, but 10.5 point spread, that obviously reflects what most people think. Maybe if they could use I just don't think.
If I remember, Stafford was kind of bad that game too, especially early.
Yeah,
I know
I
he threw
think
a
he
couple
had
picks,
I think
two
he
or
had
three.
2 or 3 picks, right? Yeah.
Right. So
He
that
did.
kept, and it still was a close game. So I just don't see Stafford doing that again. Yeah. So
I guess the one way, always looking for a way. They got Hubbard and they got Rico Dowell. I mean,
Right.
if they can run the ball, put together, big drives, right? Like that's helpful. Like Seattle's first drive versus the 49ers, it was 7.5 minutes. Like that drive was over. We didn't even score. But I was like, well, there goes most of the first quarter. So
Right.
you do that. Maybe some again a couple screens at verse. You know what I mean? Like they got an aggressive pass rush. Maybe, but it doesn't seem likely. Stafford is, obviously they're going to be focused. They've lost two. Did they lose two in a row or two of the no?
They
two of the
lost.
last
They
three.
won against the Cardinals.
Yeah, they and that wasn't pretty either. So
No, it wasn't. So it's
yeah,
their offense been putting up, but it's been interesting. So yeah, I think we all like the Rams, but
I mean, Stafford has 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's
right.
pretty solid.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Do you remember there was a season when Peyton Manning had 55 touchdowns?
I know. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Dude.
I mean, 55 touchdowns. So I guess I looked at the injury report. I guess Devontae's back. Like, I don't even see him on the injury report.
I believe he's back. I think he was ready possibly to play last week, but there's just no reason for it. So
yeah.
Sounds like he's back. I mean, he's been a force in the red zone all season. So that's just another weapon there. I don't know if they needed it, but it definitely helps.
Yeah. Okay. Niners, Eagles. Eagles at home.
I think this could be a blowout. I think this could be a blowout for the Eagles.
You think they could blow them out?
I think the Eagles has been one of the best defenses the last quarter of the season. I think that Trent Williams better play because
he didn't practice again today. I don't think
he
right?
seems to be the most important player on this team. When he is not playing, that team struggles. I also think that this defense is really I know the Eagles offense is they've been shut out in like 8 halves this season. That's insane.
They just said, I think they said in the past like 6 or 7 games, they're like a bottom 6 in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe it. I mean, I want that Bills game. I know it was miserable weather and everything like that, but they were bad. That said, I think this could be a 10 plus.
Oh, you froze on me. Let's see if Tommy comes back. Now you're freezing up a little bit. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Blowout.
I'm picking a 10-point win. That's what I'm saying. I think I honestly do, and I like Purdy. I like all these guys. I like the team. I mean, the Niners offense has been good. I just don't. I really do like the Eagles in this game. That's just what I'm feeling.
I do too. I mean, I know Purdy looked pretty poor versus Seattle. But he had been on fire. I mean, he had been on fire. Not playing amazing defenses.
Great, but that Seahawks game made me think that this could be another repeat. Honestly, we can talk about Seahawks a little after, but Seahawks should have. We'll talk about Seahawks after. We'll go through his team. Seahawks will be next.
Yeah. It'll be curious to see how. I was thinking about this game today, so I got a couple fantasy pools coming up for playoffs, and I was thinking about some stuff. Curious to see how Philly attacks it. Right? Like, are they gonna? After what I just watched Seattle do, I mean, I would think Barkley should get 25 carries. Right? End a round or two with Devonta Smith. That guy's shifty. A couple designed runs from Hurts.
Right.
I mean, if I'd be surprised if Hurts throws the ball more than 20 sometimes.
Right.
Mid-20s, maybe even low 20s, maybe even teens. I don't know how much A.J. Brown's going to like it, but he does say he likes to win. So if you want to win, after what I just saw, that's what I could see happening. As a game plan, shutting down McCaffrey, Seattle did it pretty darn well, but that guy can be a beast. I mean, that guy touched the ball so many times this year.
I know. It's unbelievable how many touches the guy got. I mean, the worry going into the season was durability, but man, when he plays, man, no one touches the ball more.
Yeah.
Receiving, I mean, it feels like every second play is to McCaffrey.
Yeah, and I mean the thing Seattle did so well in that game was like the second someone got the ball, they were tackling, right? And like McCaffrey, so many times he runs that, whether it be a wheel route or that kind of I don't like a bend route out of the backfield that he cuts over the middle, and then he catches it, and then he gets like 15 yards more on that, and he didn't have that versus Seattle. It was like catching, he was being hit right away. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Nick Fangio is definitely a smart enough coordinator that's kind of like, I don't know, let's slow this guy down and I'm going to make other people beat me. So
Right. No,
and if they
I
can't,
agree.
and if they can't protect him, you're right. I mean, I will be. I don't personally want Seattle to play the Rams in the next round, so I will be pulling for San Francisco because they're a lower
Okay.
seed and I want them to
Right.
win. But I don't think it's overly likely.
Trent Williams key here. I still think Philly wins, but if Trent Williams plays and he can be kind of healthy, I know he's an offensive tackle, and and most people, I'm telling you, this team is not. He is a key cog in this team.
Yeah.
I mean, that Seattle game, whoever the end was against Trent Williams' side, he was killing them all day.
And if if you can buy half a second, then
Right.
half a second's a big deal, right? Now you can
Right.
start completing some passes. I mean, San Fran's defense, obviously the narrative, they've been dinged up to say the least. That's being as nice as you can be.
No alignment.
And yeah, they just lost the other guy, right? Bethune, right? So yeah, so yeah, I think it's pretty unlikely, but I guess it's not crazy to think Purdy could come out and be on fire because he had been for a month. But
Sure.
yeah, I mean, I think I said it a bunch this season. I as bad as Philly's been, that's definitely a team that I could,
Right.
and
their defense, when it's healthy,
Yeah.
and going strong, it's a nasty defense.
Yeah,
Real
they got
nasty.
players. They got players on all levels. They got players
Right,
on all
right.
levels. No, Bears. Packers. I'm not even sure.
Not interested?
What?
You're not interested in it?
I'm just not
I
sure
think-
I know what to think. I'm not
think
sure. I don't know who the Packers are.
Well, that's good. That's a good point. I could see that too. I'm not a love guy. To me, I'll watch as many good throws and great throws he might have. I watch them and I go, this guy's not that good. I don't know. He's
Yeah.
got certain talent around him. I don't know. I'm not a love guy, but these two games against each other they've been amazing games. Like
Yeah.
great games to watch down to the final play each time.
I'm trying
So
to see
this might be the
what
one
is-
game I want to watch the most.
Because, I mean, you're pretty much for sure probably going to get a really good game. I'm trying
I'm
to
interested
see,
in the Bears, I guess. I guess I'm interested in the Bears and seeing what they do. Caleb's an interesting guy.
Is Jacobs listed on the injury report? I don't see him.
I don't think he played last week. I think he's all right.
I mean, he obviously, I know from my fantasy teams in the last 2 weeks that he did play, really wasn't all right.
Right.
And Jacobs is a beast. He's tough, man. He runs hard. He can really, I mean, he's a playoff football kind of guy.
Yep. Yeah, he is.
I think if Jacobs is healthy, I like Green Bay's chances a lot more. He seems healthy. If he's not healthy, I don't think they really have much of a chance. Chicago still, and maybe that goes by what you said, right? I can't see Love going back there and just flat out winning the game.
Right.
Although they've been dinged up a lot all season too at receivers. It
Yeah.
seems like as soon as one guy comes in, another guy's out. But I mean, I'm not sure I mean, are the Bears really? I guess they finished 11-6, right?
You're right. Second seed.
I mean, the last one to the Lions lost, and then they lost to the Niners. That's a reasonable team. They lost to the Packers there. So I guess their record's not as good as I'm thinking back to when they were the number one seed, what, 4 or 5 weeks ago?
Yeah. No, I agree on it.
I'm not sure.
I like the Packers in this game, I think.
What?
I think I do. I think I like the Packers in this game. I like it that they're at home. Right?
Yeah,
or is
I'm
the
not
Bears
sure.
at home?
What?
Is the Bears home? Who's at
Bears
home in
are
this
home.
game?
Bears
are
are
home, right?
I'm not sure that I know, like I said, I'm not sure I know what the Bears are completely. Caleb Williams has not looked unbelievable all the time, right?
His percentage pass, he's still an under 60% passer.
I mean,
He
he
makes amazing plays, and then he just makes a dumbass play.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, he took a step forward, obviously, 27 picks, 7 interceptions. That's nice. He didn't get the 4,000 yards. The Bears have never had a 4,000-yard pass.
I thought they were going to definitely have it.
Yeah.
Defense is not exactly stellar, but yeah,
I mean,
still
I
didn't
don't
get
know
there.
what Bears receiver you're afraid of, right? Like,
I know Dunze's supposed to be back. Not that he's unbelievable. They kind of, Luther Burden, has played all right later in the season.
I mean, that's what I
Loveland
mean.
has
The
played pretty good.
whole thing's all right.
Yeah,
They did
I
not
think
have a
Loveland's a
wide.
good tight end.
They didn't have a wide receiver. They had a tight end, but they didn't have a wide receiver that got 700 yards. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild. It's like the Bills. It happens.
Yeah, but the Bills had to have had it. Did Shakir have
Who?
700 yards? Did Shakir
There's
have
no
700?
way. I don't believe he did.
Let me see. I got it. 719. So, wow. But, oh my God. Their
Barely.
next receiver was 400 yards. Oh, you're frozen again. So Shakir got to the 719, but yeah, no. I guess they spread the ball around a little bit, but yeah, I'm not sure. It should be a good game. I'll say that. I agree. I think it should be a good game. I really don't know. I don't know the total identity of either of these teams. The Packers seem to me like if Parsons doesn't get hurt, they're maybe better than 7-9.
Right.
And
No, I agree with that.
9-7-1. And the Bears to me don't really feel like they feel more like not that it's a big deal, but a 10-7 team than 11-6. They.
I like the Packers in this game. I'm just not sold yet on Caleb, but I do like this game. I like the game fact that the coaches hate each other. I like the fact that it's a divisional game, third time playing. That's always interesting.
Yeah.
Both the games they've played have been excellent, so I'm interested in this game. I think it's going to be a good game. Talk Seattle for a second. 1 seed, they deserved it. I still am concerned about Darnold. I thought they killed the Niners. It really wasn't that close. It shouldn't have been that close because they should have scored more points.
Yeah.
The game was closer. That game was a blowout.
It was. It was. It
wasn't a blowout as it should have been.
It was one of those games. I say this all the time. Like you watch games and like on every play, most of the time there's a winner, right? If it's a running play and it's 3 yards or less, maybe even 4 yards or less, but I'll say that's a win for the defense, right?
Sure.
It was one of those games where if you're the Niners fan, you're like, I think we won like 5 plays.
Right.
Like every play was a loss.
Right.
And Seattle missed 2 field goals. Not that that makes it 19-3. Not that it's a blowout, but it definitely. And they usually don't. Jason Myers is really good. And then they got stopped in that one on the first drive inside the 10-yard line. We went for it on fourth down, which we don't always do. We don't always go for it on fourth down, and we did there. So it definitely, the game was a lot more lopsided than that. My concern with Seattle a little bit is, can our offensive line hold up? Now, it has looked better these last few weeks. We've run the ball very well. The first 3 quarters of the season, we tried to run the ball a lot, and we were like, okay. We were okay. But the way we've been running it has kind of helped Darnold a little bit. Our defense is great. Our defense is legit.
No, your defense is great. You're running the ball. Again, dominated that game. I'm just concerned about Darnold still a little bit, but I love their chances in the NFC. I really do.
In a perfect world, I get a Packers win or a Niners win, right? Because then I can avoid the Rams until the Rams or the Eagles until the championship game. So
right. No, I 100% agree there.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I do. Seattle's got some sneaky weapons. I'll say this: we have not, and I think I've watched every game since he's come. I don't think we have not thrown one bomb to Shaheed. I'm actually wondering if at some point they're just holding that in the bag, right? Because when Kubiak was in New Orleans, like, he had like 5 of them that season,
right?
And if we haven't even like attempted it, so
That's interesting.
I think we got some. A lot of people have been like, I know a bunch of my friends bag on me about Cooper Kupp, and I'm like, he's been okay. He's been what we kind of, I think, are looking for. You know what I mean? Like, we do use a tight end and we run the ball, and I still think you can go to him here and there because he's tough to cover. He can get open quickly.
Right. You're not asking him to be Cooper Kupp of 5 years ago. You're asking, you have a number one receiver, a clear-cut number one receiver. You don't need him to be what he was.
Yeah.
You need a veteran guy, a steady guy. So
some
I agree.
Timing routes, right? Like off the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 4, it's like you're doing a quick zag to the outside and that ball's on you. So we'll see. We got to not turn the ball over. We've turned it over a bunch and we've been able to kind of avoid it, but we counter that with chunk plays, and our special teams have been really good. So we'll see. I don't know if you saw, I posted a thing on Facebook. I clicked on a Yahoo article that talked about simulating all the AI games.
Yeah.
With AI, and it had Seattle beating Buffalo in the Super Bowl, and I was like, man, if Seattle played Buffalo in the Super Bowl,
that would be insane.
That would be really wild for me. It would be really crazy.
It would be awesome.
Yeah. So, super exciting stuff. You doing any football pools?
Yeah, I do. Probably similar to what you do. You pick one player. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but the one player per team and stuff like that. I'm in a few of those.
Listen to this one. So I saw this today. I got a message about it. Each week you pick a receiver, a running back, and a quarterback. That's it. And you can't repeat them. So the more I'm like, okay. And the more I started to think about it, I'm like, you kind of have to be careful a little bit. Like, you could actually end up not having
a player
quarterback.
Right.
I mean, you could probably always get a receiver, and maybe, like, I guess you can get some bum running back, right? Like if you had to, you could take like Will Shipley for the Eagles, but you could actually not have a quarterback. So I was like, I got to put some more thought into this, but I kind of like it. It's a decent size pool. My first time I'm ever in it, but I got to really think it out, right? You know what I mean?
No, I like it. I like anything different. Change it up. That sounds fun.
If you, one more quick question. So I don't know if you remember Mike Zappia from
Yep.
West. He was older, right? So he lives out in Vegas, and he created this little game a couple years ago, and I started doing it last year with some of my friends. It's called Donkey. Basically, it pits. He has cards made with every Super Bowl possible matchup that you can have.
Okay.
And there's a winner on each one, right? So like Bills Seahawks, Bills winner, Bills Seahawks, Seahawks winner.
Okay.
And he's got them all. And then you kind of do like a fantasy draft with your friends about picking cards.
Okay.
If you had the number one pick, so I'm not worried about the winner.
Okay.
But if you had to pick the most likely Super Bowl, who would you pick? Like in years past, I feel like it's like, wow, I'm definitely going to have this team in there, right?
I would go with.
I don't even know if I can begin on.
I think I go. My number one pick. It's crazy, but I think I would go Rams Jags.
All right, I said, and I'm a Seahawks fan. I said Rams Bills.
Okay. So yeah, that's crazy.
Right? But I was like, I feel in the past, like last year when we did it, I would say 30 to 40% of the cards were throwaways. You're like, they're not getting there.
Right.
This year, Pittsburgh.
I could take Philly.
Pittsburgh, Carolina
Denver.
on the card. I think it's a throwaway. Anybody else? I mean, I guess maybe not the Chargers, but
You tell me why. What do they have that's that much worse than the team they're playing? What is their? I think they have a better. I'd have to check. I think they have a better defense. Their offensive line is hurting. I just don't think they're that great of a difference of a team.
I know. That's why I don't really want to throw. I guess I don't want to throw them out because they got some guys that can run the ball. They got a quarterback that can throw the ball. They have a couple different weapons. You know, Johnson could be a deep ball guy. You know, yeah. I was sitting here trying to think about it, and I was like, wow, it's really crazy that I feel like there are so many cards in that deck that can be picked that could end up happening, that it's really pretty crazy. But
so I like it. Any other kind of pools?
I got another one of the typical ones you talked about that I got. Hopefully I'll have the time to do it. I'm definitely gonna do that one that I mentioned. So I got to put some time into trying to figure out my strategy for it. Right.
Right.
The way I guess I was thinking about it is if I start by picking quarterbacks, especially the first 2, maybe even 3 weeks, all from the same conference,
right, you're always going to have one left.
I'll have one left. But in theory, if I did that, could I not have one in the NFC Championship? Right? So let's say I took Stafford this week.
Right. So that then you are down to
3 other guys.
So
let's say I pick someone.
Yeah, you could be
from the NFC and they won, and the Rams won. I guess I would be forced to go to the
AFC.
I would be forced to go to the AFC, and if that guy wins the AFC Championship, now I'm not going to have anybody.
Yeah. It is interesting.
Right? So I don't know if I could actually completely avoid it. And actually what I need is one of my guys that I pick to lose.
Right. That's my thinking is you got to have, you want one of those where you have a great game, but he's got to lose instead of the guy going out. Like the other pools, you want him to win. You can't pick the guy who loses. This one you kind of want him to lose.
At least one of them, I
Yes.
probably want to lose. I want him to be good. So, because originally I was thinking of taking Stafford in the first round because I think he could just torch Carolina.
Right.
But at the same time, I kind of feel that I might be running the risk of never using Josh Allen, right? Of never using Josh Allen, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna have to put some thought into it. But that one's gonna be that's definitely an interesting thing. I was like, man, there's such a small little group that you pick, and it's interesting. But I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, that could be a disaster. Could you imagine being in like first place and then you get there and you're like,
I got no one to play.
I don't even have a quarterback in the Super Bowl. Like how crushing would that be? So, yeah, we'll see. Exciting stuff. Anything
You want to talk
real-
about your fantasy outcomes at all? No, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen, I had 4 leagues. I won 2.
What?
Can't ask for-
Dang.
I know. I got hot. You know what? And what was great in the playoffs, besides really the first in one league, it was blowouts. It wasn't even that concerning. There was no like, oh, I gotta wait to
Yeah.
in the one championship game. I was down. I was up 10, and he had Puka, and he had Puka and Kirk Cousins, and I
You froze on me. I'll go with mine, and then we can finish yours when you come back. I had 4 teams where I had first round buys. I wound up with 2 second places, and 3 third places. So I didn't get money, right? Like overall,
Right.
I don't think I lost a ton, but man, it was just brutal. I had one where I made a bad choice in my lineup, and then I had just multiple times my quarterbacks stink. I mean, I had a couple Goffs in there where he was just
Yep.
just terrible.
I won with a golf dud, but I mean that happens sometimes. But that's when you have a 2 quarterback. I end up working out, but I had a golf dud game too. But I hear you. Yeah.
So you
were an 8. I remember you were excited. You were excited. You had and
it was
and not a champion.
The week afterward was one of those I really had to evaluate my priorities. I was hurt. I was hurt. So thankfully Seattle was playing good, and that kind of took some of the pain away because it was rough. I had such high hopes. I had 5 teams in the Final Four, and I couldn't. I just really bad weeks. Just bad weeks. I mean, I have my one dynasty. I led the league in points. I don't know if I was ever under. Maybe once I was under like 300 points.
Right.
But I'd have to go back and look. I was maybe in the 220s. It was just
Disaster week.
total
It's
disaster.
the worst.
Total disaster. I mean, I had safeties getting 1 tackle. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? But that's the way it goes. I thought it was a weird year for fantasy playoffs too, because I just feel like there were some teams that were putting up good numbers that weren't even on good teams. And you kind of always get into that week. Like you get into week 14, 15, 16, or 16, 17, and it's like, I'm not 100% sure how they're playing, who's showing up, who's still playing hard, who's not playing hard,
Right.
who's getting. I mean, Josh Jacobs, I have, right? Like, come on. Like, he had 1 week where he was hurt and super ineffective, and I had him on the bye. And then the next week, I mean, I think he had 1 carry or something. And I'm just like, So I had to deal with a bunch of that. It's tough. You don't know who's trying to see guys for next year.
Yeah, I know. If you don't have a team that's in the mix, it gets tricky. It really does.
And there was a lot of that. I mean, there were
Yeah.
so many, I don't want to say bad teams, but bad or just like not good, right? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Just out of
below
it.
average. I feel there was like no great team, but there were 9 to 12 teams that were pretty darn good, and then there were just a whole bunch that were just like so mid, and it was really hard to figure that out. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I hear you. You know what I like to think is Zach Charbonnet. I had him
Yeah.
going in both my leagues as a flex, and that was the one week he went off for 2 touchdowns and 70 some yards, which was
I
like,
mean, he was pretty good all season, right? I mean,
yeah. Every time I wanted to start him, though, I know he's a touchdown dependent guy, and it felt like the only time I started him as flex, he didn't get that touchdown, and you only get like 3 points because he gets like 30, 40 yards,
yeah,
but
did.
he doesn't catch the ball.
He had 12 touchdowns for the season.
He had a lot of
At least
touchdowns.
rushing.
Also.
So
Yeah,
Um,
so that's where I was playing him as just a touchdown dependent, and it hit on the championship week. So
that's
I
awesome.
love a little Zach Charbonnet.
All right, listen, we all got those guys that you'll draft them now next year at some point. You're like, yeah. You get in the later rounds and it becomes Charbonnet versus some other mid guy like Stevenson, and you're like, I'm going with my guy.
Go,
I'm
go
going with my guy.
Not no
So-
Biaka Batuka. Remember that guy?
Oh yes.
Back in the days of just starting playing fantasy, I'm like, I got this guy. I heard this guy sucks,
Yeah.
and I hated him for my life because I had him and just did shit.
Oh man, those guys. Those are the worst guys. I'll tell you what. I almost never have Devontae Adams because he beat me in a championship in fantasy, and I
Right.
can't
Yeah, you hate him.
it's so hard. It's so tough. And
I
then
hear you.
you get those other guys that you kind of love. So
Yeah,
cool. All right, sounds good. We're gonna try and get another one out because we definitely have to talk about the Sabres at some point.
right. In a good way. In a good way.
In a good way.
It's very
We gotta
rare.
start talking about some NCAA. I think I heard something that we got a couple big NCAA college listeners that want to hear a little bit about stuff like that. So we're
And we
always
got we
excited.
got to talk about they got the NCAA football championships round coming up Thursday and Friday. So we got stuff to talk about in college too.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, free agency has started in college, so that's always
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
yeah. So plenty. So we're gonna try and get get another one in here before the playoffs start. So that would be great. If you do listen, we appreciate it. iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, and what's
You do Apple?
Apple. We are. I'm finding this out. I mean, again, I'm not the big social media guy, but apparently, so many more people use Instagram. We got to start pushing ourselves on Instagram.
Yep.
I mean, I have it, but I almost never post. But I got to start getting this up there because I think that would be a good way to get this out to some more listeners. And we appreciate the listens and hope everyone
Definitely.
enjoys. Hope everybody enjoys the weekend of football. And if you have a team playing, good luck, and hopefully they win. I don't say it often, but go Niners and or Packers, one of the two. That's all I really
Right.
need. And obviously you'll be on the edge of your seat for the Bills,
For sure.
and hopefully they play better than they normally do versus Jags. Because you are
Right.
right. I remember. I feel like
Just
when
a
they
team
do
that doesn't
when
work
they
out.
do play them, it's usually pretty ugly.
Right. It's an ugly, ugly game, and usually we're the much better team, and this year we're not. So hopefully, maybe it's a reverse. So
Hey, let's see. We want the Bills, Josh Allen. Let's see what he's got. He's usually got some pretty good playoff magic. So,
yep, we're hoping.
all right, sounds good, bud.
All right, man.
See ya.
See you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predict